It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to the Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast. On the third day of January. Wow, we've got 10% of this month done already. Oh, well. January 3rd coming to you from the Intercontinental Hotel, once again in Miami, Florida. We'll be here until tomorrow morning, and then we're going to scoot over to the port and get on the Norwegian Bliss for a whole bunch of days as we head across the ocean. All right, so today is Friday's Travel and Cruise Industry Podcast, brought to you by Will U.S., the owner of Scoot Around, and by Chillie Cruises. Not the biggest news day, folks. I'll tell you that right up front. The lead story this morning, NCL's new brand ambassador. We'll talk a little bit about some complimentary land packages. Carnival's new fleet cruise director. Some bad weather in Norway. And a car ferry capsizes off the South Korean coast, in which the captain was found dead. And lots more here live at 11 o'clock this morning. If you're listening by the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcast from. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the old fat guy. Today, folks, is National Chocolate Covered Cherry Day. I'll eat chocolate covered cherries. Not my favorite. I'd rather have chocolate covered strawberries. I like them. But chocolate covered cherries are This day in history, in honor of Hot Air Tom, in 1957, the Hamilton Watch Company of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, that's up there where Hot Air Tom is from, in that general vicinity, introduces the world's first electric watch. And just think, we've gone to hell since then. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, congratulations to Hamilton Watch Company. I didn't realize that it was back that far for electric watches. I mean, I had to wind them up forever. All right. Before we get to news this morning, I got a couple things that are bugging me. I have felt that there might be a rant coming. And so this is going to be a rant, folks. This is semi-news stories, but really not, in my opinion. Despite what some other people in the space might say. There's actually two things that I'm going to rant about. So if you get offended, folks, with some of my rants, change the channels. Go watch Don or Tony or Emma or anybody, because I'm going to rant for the next 5 minutes. So this idiot lady on Carnival, I'm not supposed to use the ship's name. They want to keep it hidden. So I won't. I don't even have something that I can make it sound like it did yesterday. But anyway, it's on a Carnival ship. And this lady gets on the ship. Well, she came out of Disney World, whatever the hell they called it, Orlando Disney thing. They were there for several days. And gets on a Carnival boat in Port Canaveral. How's that for figuring it, narrowing it down a little bit? For a Christmas cruise for she and her family. It seems that she had a Christmas gift for her son that was a Nerf gun. Now, I mean, I realize that a Nerf gun doesn't shoot bullets. It's still a gun. I mean, it looks like a gun. So if they let this kid have this, he's going to be running around the boat, and the damn thing shoots darts and balls. Okay? So I could just see him now shooting at elderly folks on the boat like me, or shooting the darts and the balls over the rails into the ocean, which is trash. Okay. So this woman is demanding her money back because Carnival ruined her Christmas for the kid because they confiscated this damn gun. Now, clearly in the rules, folks, it says you can't bring any kind of weapon on the boat. Okay, so it's not a weapon per se, but it also says you can't have replicas of weapons. Well, that clearly is a replica. Okay, so this woman is demanding her money back because her kid's Christmas was ruined because they confiscated this stupid gun. All right. Lady, if your kid's Christmas is ruined because of that, which you're going to get back at the end of the cruise, they're not taking it forever. You can pick it up after the cruise is over with, and you can take this damn gun home and take care of it. If the kid's Christmas is ruined because of a gun, maybe you need to look at your parenting experience instead of fussing at the cruise line. Maybe you should have checked on the rules before you tried to smuggle this weapon of sorts onto the boat to start with. Okay. Another typical example of Americans that think they're, what doesn't stink. And well, I'm sorry, it does. And how John Hill puts up with this crap day in and day out is beyond me. The next thing that bothers the crap out of me, I make it a habit to never talk about two things. I never talk about politics unless it affects the cruise industry. And then both sides are open game to me. Prime example, I was opposed to Trump with what he did with Cuba. I was equally as opposed to Biden for not reversing it when he had the chance when he first came into office. Okay? So I'm upset with both of them over Cuba. That doesn't mean I'm upset with both of them over everything. But I never talk about politics. I never talk about religion because there is no way that you're ever going to be able to get by with either subject without losing. Because whatever I might think and you might think are different, that's going to cause a problem. And I don't like that. I don't want any kind of problems. So I never talk about politics or religion. However, a legitimate reporter on one of the network news stations, I'm not going to mention names, as soon as the individual was named from New Orleans, broadcast that he was an immigrant and it was all Biden's fault. That Biden was at fault because of New Orleans. Now, that's what this reporter said. Then, of course, certain politicians, which we won't mention any names, start blasting it over social media, blaming Biden for New Orleans because of his immigration policies. The reporter eventually backtracked the entire story when they found out this guy was born and raised in Texas. And to my knowledge, Texas citizens are not immigrants. At least if they are, I didn't know about it. And so he backtracked. And the politicians are still banging it constantly that this whole thing was Biden's fault. This kid was born and raised in the United States. So then you had the unfortunate incident of the second situation, possible terrorist attack in Las Vegas. The president wannabe, or whatever we're going to call Senor Musk, immediately put a story out that they were connected. Okay, so there was no proof that there was a connection. None. And that side of the world all blows it up again that, oh yeah, these things are connected, and because of the immigration policy, all this crap. The FBI director this morning, it's actually the Counterterrorism Division Assistant Director, Chris Rea, says there is absolutely no proof of any connection. So, in my lifetime, I've been lucky enough to have been involved in radio, in television, and newspaper. Matter of fact, I owned the newspaper for a while, a couple of years. I was publisher of a newspaper. Whatever happened that you never went on air with a story or in print with a story that you had to confirm 3 times? That was a rule that we all lived by. And you got people now that hear a fact and blow it way out of proportion, and then other people jump all over it, and nobody ever confirms a damn thing. Come on, people. And that's not against one political side or the other. I've told you this before. I hate both sides equally. So, and if their lips are moving, they're lying. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. Let's get on with what I'm supposed to do today. I'll quit ranting for a while. And I'll do a couple of news stories after a quick break from one of our fine network sponsors. Okay, before I get to the news, I actually have a couple things to share with you. That would be Miss Katie at dinner last night. And she looks really, really nice. Having a little touch of wine, having some dinner there. Katie's looking good. And of course, this is Angela. I just love her to death because you never know what you're going to see with Angela. Let's see. Yesterday at lunch, that's of course Katie again. They went to oh goodness, what's Barachina in San Juan, which is supposedly the home place of the pina colada. And Katie is having a pina colada there. This was me yesterday at breakfast. We have the Intercontinental has a lovely buffet breakfast. And the hot air Tom took a picture of me in the chair rolling around. I actually have a plate of food in my hands. This morning was even better than yesterday. They had a steak thing on the buffet. It had some name that I would never remember, but boy, was it good. It had these funky little mushrooms in it, the little teeny tiny mushroom things. Had a little spice to it. It was a nice little side to go with. I had an omelet and stuff. But anyway, that's in the buffet here. Then after the show yesterday, excuse me, we rolled over to Bayside. We couldn't decide what the name of the place is. Bayside Marketplace, Bayside Plaza, Bayside, who knows what it is. But anyway, if you could actually see in the background, that's looking over at the cruise port. Wasn't as busy yesterday as it is today. 7 ships in port today, by the way. This is me looking at that damn Ferris wheel. course, Hot Air Tom is trying to get me on the Ferris wheel. And I was thinking, I should do some con job on you guys and say, okay, I'll go ride that Ferris wheel if you guys put up $100 and during the show today. Yeah, I'm not going to do that crap. Well, number one, I'm not going to get on a Ferris wheel anyway. But Hot Air Tom's trying to talk me into get on that. And he's saying, well, the I in London is slower and goes upside down. And I'm not getting on either one of them. And this is a problem of the yellow stripe goes outside one shoulder to outside the other. And I ain't getting on a Ferris wheel, period. I don't get on roller coasters either for the same reason. Anyway, it's a big ass Ferris wheel. Where is this? Oh, this is along the way at the pizza joint. No, that's coming up to the pizza joint. That's in the base of the place. All kinds of cool restaurants and stuff. So we stopped at a pizza place. And by the way, folks, I did a pizza review of a Hawaiian pizza. Interestingly enough, I found out that Hawaiian pizzas were created in Alberta, Canada by a Korean. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in. But anyway, so I did a review on Hawaiian pizza because I've never had a Hawaiian pizza before. So I did a review yesterday. But this is Hot Air Tom's pepperoni. Now, look at the size of that compared to the Diet or the Coke Zero that's sitting next to it. I mean, it's huge. That is one piece of pizza cut in half. And I think, if I remember correctly, my Hawaiian pizza was $12.
Yeah, this was $9.
And his pepperoni was $9. I mean, hell, that's it's huge. So, anyway, it was amazing. So I like that place. May head back over there today. We're going to do something this afternoon because we've got nice weather. Of course, tomorrow we have to go get on the boat. Now, I also have a problem that I've got to get by. I got this much bourbon that's got to be gone by tomorrow. I'm not carrying this on the boat and going through this store and then, yeah, I know it's going to get drunk. But I'm just saying, we're not going to take the bottle on the boat. Be like the Nerf gun. I'd be calling John and say, I want my cruise back because they stole my booze. Yeah, no. All right, so we do have some news. So not a whole lot of news, but we got some in here someplace. There it is. We got to start with our friends at Norwegian. American actor Eric Stonestreet is the Norwegian Cruise Line's new brand ambassador, a title he can add to his growing affiliation with the line after being chosen a few months ago to serve as godfather of the new build Norwegian Aqua. As the brand ambassador, Stonestreet, who is best known for his role as Cameron Tucker in the hit TV show Modern Family, will be the face of the line's new Experience More ad campaign. The new ad blitz is tied to Norwegian Cruise Line's More at Sea premium package, which was announced in October and took effect on cruises departing on or after January 1st. The new package replaced the line's former premium plan called Free at Sea and added several benefits such as unlimited open bar, expanded special dining offerings, more Wi-Fi minutes, and other perks.
Need another reason to book one of the Virgin Voyages cruises? How about this? For a limited time, we're offering 80% off on the second guest and up to $300 in free drinks, meaning you can get your postcard perfect vacation for less. With over 150 jaw-dropping destinations to explore, there's bound to be a voyage just right for you from the crystal blue Caribbean, mesmerizing Mediterranean, and starting in 2025, all four corners of North America. Just give me a call, 434-258-9264, and we'll sail on one of the Virgin Voyage's lovely ships.
AMA Waterways has made over 20 land packages complimentary on hundreds of river cruises that depart in 2025 and 2026. The complimentary land package can be added on pre or post cruise on river cruises in Europe. They range from 2, 3, and 4 nights long and will allow guests a deeper connection to the destination. Cruisers who were unable to add on a free land package can choose to take up to $2,000 off the price of their cabin. This new offer from AMA Waterways runs from January 1st through March 31st. It's good on 69 different itineraries on 233 cruises in 2025 and 460 cruises in 2026. 4 of the land packages that are available are Brittany, France, available on Impressions of the Seine and Paris; Lisbon, Portugal, available on Enticing Douro and Flavors of Portugal and Spain; Prague in the Czech Republic, available on several Danube, Maine, and Moselle itineraries; and Amsterdam, available on several Dutch, Rhine, and Moselle itineraries. The land packages include a stay at a world-class 4 or 5-star hotel in the heart of the city, enabling cruisers to explore locally during tours, as well as shop and dine during their own leisure time. In addition, every AMA Waterways land package includes daily breakfast at the hotel and enriching city tours and excursions, convenient transfers and luggage service between the guest hotel and the river cruise ship. Popular cruise director Leon Smith has announced his promotion to fleet cruise director for Carnival Cruise Line. Smith has been with the Carnival Cruise Line for almost a decade, joining cruise director's fleet in October of 2015. Now he's moving up in the ranks to fleet cruise director and will bring his energy and fun to upcoming cruise directors in the new leadership position. Smith's promotion follows the retirement of 2 fellow fleet cruise directors in the past few months. Chris, the Flying Scotsman Williams, retired from the position in August of 2024, just months after receiving the promotion. Cruise Line's first fleet cruise director, Mike Pack, then announced his own retirement from the job in November of 2024. Pack had held the position since January of 2022. Smith has become well known among Carnival guests for his vibrant energy and enduring positivity as he served aboard various vessels. He's been a cruise director on approximately 12 ships, including Carnival Paradise, Carnival Celebration, Carnival Sunrise, Carnival Dream, Carnival Miracle, Carnival Glory, and Carnival Vista. I actually sailed with him twice myself on both the Carnival Paradise and the Carnival Sunrise.
Introducing the Model R 4-wheel urban mobility scooter with a small turning radius and rotating front wheels. Wheel allows you to effortlessly maneuver in tight spaces. The 4-wheel Model R with exceptional stability and comfort. The Model R automatically adjusts speeds during turns. Slim and compact design. The Will Model R has a reliable all-day driving range and a portable lightweight battery for charging. You can navigate tight indoor spaces like restaurants. Model R has easy disassembly and convenient storage. She can conquer urban terrain and rough surfaces with ease.
durable frame built with high-strength aluminum. Stabilizer and suspension provide stability with a spacious flat floor design. Wherever you use your wheel, Model R four-wheel scooter, you'll have a smooth ride.
Guests setting sail aboard Hurtigrutens MS Polarlies have been informed of cruise and port cancellations at the last minute as severe winter polar storms threaten the western coast of Norway. Due to the cancellation, travelers are being offered the opportunity to rebook their sailing or opt for a full refund. The impacted sailings are from Tuesday, January the 2nd through the morning of Sunday, January the 5th. After that time, the poor weather is expected to have cleared and travel can safely resume. The captain of a car ferry that capsized off the southwestern coast of Korea was found dead inside the ship, the Coast Guard said yesterday. The captain was among 5 people who went missing after the vessel, presumed to be carrying only 7 people, capsized in waters west of Sichuan, about 100 kilometers or 60 miles southwest of Seoul. 2 people were rescued. The body of the captain was found on the 2nd floor of the ship about 4:30 a.m. in a state of cardiac arrest. He was later pronounced dead, according to the Coast Guard. Search and rescue efforts were underway to finding the remaining 4 missing people.
Experience Alaska at an affordable rate. VR1 balconies are only $1,289, including taxes and port charges. MSC Poesia sails from Seattle, May 25th, 2026. Book now. Call 434-258-9264 or go to bit.ly/Poesia Alaska 1.
All right, that's going to put an end to today's news. I said it wasn't a whole lot of news today, folks. I mean, of course, I always love to be able to put a story out about Hurtigruten just because I like to say the word. I mean, I might have to start making stories up about Hurtigruten just so I can use the word. You know, who knows? Maybe the next time I do a story about them would be totally false. Nah, that ain't going to happen. One thing that I didn't point out before I got into my rant. Yesterday, just a little past this portion of the show, of course, it was a lot longer show yesterday. We were in the chat room and somehow we lost signal. I don't know how it was for you guys at home, but it completely blanked out here, came back on, and I have no idea if the signal came back to you guys or not. So I went on and just closed the show out. I didn't even finish going through the chat room. My apologies on that. I'm still not sure what happened. I'm assuming probably that the hotel's system, blanked out for a few seconds is the only thing I can figure possible. But anyway, my apologies for that. That one wasn't my fault for once, which is nice. I mean, I like when something screws up. It's not my doings. All right, let's see who's in the chat room fussing at me today. Gary, older than dirt's here. Good morning, Gary. I was talking about you earlier today. There's Roger up in Jacksonville from the car nearing Cocoa Beach. Nice. There's Hot Air Tom. He says hi to everyone. He's sitting right over there. No, he's sitting right there. I have to figure out which finger to point at. He's right over there. Hot Air Tom. Safe travels, Roger. I agree. There's Joanne. Good morning, Joanne. There's Sonny down in Mississippi. Hi, Sonny. Cindy's with us. Good morning, Cindy. Sonny says, have a great trip, Roger. Bob's with us out in Tennessee. Y'all got some bad weather heading your way, Bob. I hate to say it, we got some coming toward Virginia too. I'm not there, so I'm not going to worry about it. Hot Air wants to know, Sonny, when you arrive in Southampton, what hotel are you staying in? When do you arrive in Southampton? Staying at the Premier Inn by the mall. Where are you guys staying and when do you get there? I'll let him answer that because I can't keep up with all that schedule stuff. I'm just going to let him lead me around by the nose. Yeah, he's the schedule master for this trip. Cindy says, I'm sure Disney wouldn't have wanted the kid running around there with a Nerf gun. Yeah, that was such a dumb story. And people want to get their money back. Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. I mean, it's okay in this, and again, folks, I'll probably piss some people off by saying this. It's okay in this country to sell Uzis to 10-year-olds. But, you can't bring a gun on a cruise ship. That's the rules. So please follow them. I mean, what's this lady going to do now? Try to get the NRA on Carnival Cruise Line or something? I don't know. I get frustrated by what I consider to be sheer stupidity. Holiday Inn at the port, due to return there January the 30th. Bob says it's snowing in Tennessee now. Good for you, Bob. Keep it. And just keep it right there. That thing about New Orleans makes me furious also. And the president-elect was spreading that. Yeah, I know that's, Cindy, I agree. And I get so frustrated, but then he doesn't correct it. I mean, the reporter at least corrected his story that was wrong to start with. But then the politicians, and it's not just Trump, there's several of the people on that side of things that are still pounding it to death. And this kid was not an immigrant, for God's sake. So, quit blaming it. You're just trying to blame, Biden for things. The Republicans won. Trump won. Okay, get over it. We're going to change power here in another few days, and we'll have a President Trump again. So I just don't get this beating a dead horse to death. That's just me. Can't believe any politicians. Yeah. I agree, Sonny. Gretchen, good morning. The other guy in Vegas bought his mother a house here in Chillie Falls. I feel sorry for her. She had a blue star hanging. I bet she had to take that down. Yeah, probably so. Sonny says, a good chili rant. Thanks, Sonny. Wow, you are wound up today. You need to get on that ship. I do, Sin. I'm ready to sail. He still owns the house. Wonder how that will work. Yeah. I don't understand. Of course, I don't understand these people. With all the things we have in this country, and this again has nothing to do with politics, but all the freedoms we have, and then to get led into something like ISIS and to do this kind of crap is just, it's just beyond my comprehension. Won't the house go to his mother through the estate? Probably. Yeah, Gretchen says probably too. Unless he was married or had children or died without a will. Hope he has his affairs in order. She may want to move away after the media assault. Yeah. There's Todd. Good morning, Todd. How's Mr. Todd doing today? Gretchen said, I saw your review. I never tried Hawaiian pizza, not inclined to either. Well, I would have liked it if the pineapple was better. It just was the pineapple. It didn't have that nice fruity zing that good pineapple has. Now, maybe that's part of the cooking process and cooking the pizza. But I was a little disappointed in that. But boy, I tell you what, that pepperoni that Tom had, oh my, and I just had one little bite of the pepperoni. And it exploded in your mouth. It was so good. So, yeah. I just want to hear cruise stuff. Glad you got it off your chest, though. Thanks, Joanne. I try not to do that very often. Rant was justified. I really enjoyed today's show. Looking forward to stories from across the pond. Thank you, Todd. Gretchen's looking forward to that, too. We'll be stuck here in the deep freeze for the next 2 weeks. Sorry about that, Gretchen. No repercussions for lies. Tried to stop watching news, but I missed what happened in New Orleans and Vegas. News winds me up so bad. Wish I could move to Italy. I was at first thinking that, man, I need to go someplace like Mexico or, Costa Rica or, someplace warm with plenty of water. But I don't know, they all have problems. And a lot of those places don't have the freedoms that we have in this country, whether we like it or agree with it or disagree with it. We still got freedoms, folks. We have the freedom to be different. And I think that's fabulous. Anyway, Cindy, so agree. I can't watch news much. There's Kenneth. Hi, Kenneth. I'm in Pennsylvania. Let's test your memory. What is the best pizza review that you gave in? Who has it? Ooh. I have to think on that one. I'm probably a little more partial to Sorrento's. I like Sorrento's a lot. Carnival's was never particularly great pizza. MSC's pizza is pretty decent. For people that fuss about MSC food all the time, to me, it's ridiculous. I like MSC pizzas too. Norwegian, you got, some ships you got 2 chances. I tend to like the specialty restaurant better on the Norwegian ships than I do the buffet side of it.
Agreed.
But yeah, I just, I like pizza. So, it really has to go some for me to dislike somebody's pizza. Sauces can be different. Cheeses can be different. How they cook them can be different. What they put into their ingredients for the toppings can be different. So many things. I just like pizza. So that's a really tough question for me, Kenneth. Yeah.
And that pizza in Boston was pretty good. The Regina's.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, that was I should have done a review on that one. I probably didn't have. I don't know why I didn't, but anyway. Gary says the lady's trying to get a free cruise. Yeah, I know. I thought you would say Sorrento's and MSC pizza is awesome. Yeah, that's those were probably my 2 tops. MSC's and Sorrento's would be the absolute top of the apex. But I'll eat almost any of them, and usually I eat pizza several times during a cruise, not just for my reviews. I'll go back and grab a piece of pizza quite often, as opposed to going for a meal. Sonny says La Cucina has great pizza. Yeah, that's the specialty restaurant I was referring to. I kind of like La Cucina's. So, Princess. I wasn't thinking about Princess. Yeah, Princess has got pretty good pizza. I've had several Princess ships that I like their pizza as well. Thanks for reminding me of that, Kenneth. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of that. Princess is going to be up there right near the top too. Are you good to do any pizza reviews in Italy? Well, hell, anytime I eat pizza, I don't mind setting up the phone and doing a review. Yeah. I kind of enjoyed doing that yesterday, sitting out there and the people it was really funny. We had a table right next to us that had like 6 or 7 people sitting there. None of them spoke English. And they were from Denmark. And as a matter of fact, a little lady, it had to be 120, gave Tom and I a little angel with a little saying on it to bring us luck and good health or whatever, which was really nice, just because I told the lady to park her walker behind me that I wasn't going to be leaving for a while. And so, but yeah, they had one lady that spoke a little bit of English that was trying to translate for all these people that were from Denmark. That is one of the fun things about Bayside, because you find a little bit of everything there. I just enjoy riding through there. It's a little tight squeeze in places. But basically it's accessible. There are some restaurants that have stairs, like which one was it? It wasn't Bubba Gump's. It was, I don't know. One of the big chains has stairs going up. Now, there may be a ramp someplace that I didn't see. And there's a second floor. I never did see if there's an elevator to get up to the second floor. I've never been up on the second floor around the marketplace. But yeah, it's a pretty good place for accessibility. Kenneth, I want to see pizza reviews from Italy. Yeah, maybe I can do that. Naples, the home of pizza. Well, we're going to Naples in April. We're not going to be at Naples this time around. But I don't know. Maybe I should do fish and chips reviews from England. I might not eat anything other than fish and chips all the time I'm in England. I love their fish and chips over there. Cindy says, that's all I eat in Italy, pizza and salad, freshest ingredients by far. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard about salads in Italy is really good. Kenneth says, yeah, that's what we want to do, a lot of food tours on the European cruises. Can't blame you there, Kenneth. All right, Chill, last question, test your memory. Who has the worst pizzas you have ever had? It's hard for me to say a worst because I like all pizza.
I got a suggestion.
Hot Air Tom has this. Oh, I thought of another one that I like.
Little Caesars.
Holland America. Tom says Little Caesars. Little Caesars is, that's kind of.
It's cheap, but
it's cheap, yeah. On cruise ships, probably the worst that I've had would be the old pizza stand on Carnival. That was probably and I would say not the worst, but the least I liked. but still, I ate it multiple times. I forgot about Holland America. They've got excellent pizza. Who else did I say? I'm not selling on Virgin. I understand they have really good. I understand Virgin have really good food. I got to do that one of these days. I just got to jump in and go on Virgin. Little sleazers.
It says good taste.
Oh, that's funny. Chillie's restaurant is on the second floor. I love the live music at Bayside. Yeah. Carnival late night pizza and buffet is the worst. Yeah. Yeah. What they call that? Pirates. I can't remember now what the old name was. Pirates Cove or Pirates something. Yeah, I didn't care for that particularly, but I ate it. Again, that's pizza. So, yeah, you can't do. You got some dough and you slather a little sauce on it and some cheese and throw it in the oven. So, Gretchen's laughing at Sonny too. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today and the weekend. Of course, I'm able to pop up with live, especially Facebook lives, anytime, any place. So we'll try to keep you up with what we're doing, where we're going, and what we're seeing as much as we can. And I have to, and I've not said this publicly enough about what Hot Air Tom does for me when we're doing like this. You know, he's my cameraman. He takes pictures for me that I can use with my brand ambassadorship, where I have to submit stuff to him constantly. I'm taking some of his films, like I'm going to turn his room tour of this that I showed you guys on the show yesterday of this place. I'm going to turn that into a video. And I'll give him credit for it, of course, but I'm going to plagiarize it and slap it up there on my channel, which he knows about. The same thing, he took a film yesterday of the water fountain over. It's a really cool water show fountain over there in Bayside, which I'm going to do the same thing with that. So yeah. Hotter Tom's, he's definitely way up on my list. So just wanted to say that publicly, how much I appreciate it. All right, guys, that's it for today. That's it for the weekend. Who knows when I'll be back on again. We'll get on the boat tomorrow, so I'm sure I'll be doing something, whether it's a live stream or a pop-up live from the Bliss tomorrow. Sunday, we'll be at sea. Of course, we'll be at sea a bunch of days.
I got something to add.
Okay. Hot Air Tom's going to add something.
Tell Kenneth that I'm not making you walk to the ship. That you were afraid I might do that, so you had the concierge order a accessible taxi for tomorrow.
I went immediately in and said, "Yeah, let's get us a cab here in the morning." So they do have accessible cabs here in Miami, and the guy got on the phone immediately. And by the way, it wasn't the concierge; it was one of the bellmen.
Oh, okay. His minions.
Yeah. So, and the concierge, boy, he's one of the most friendly guys I've ever seen. He speaks all the time when I roll past him. But yeah, this is folks, this is not a cheap hotel.
I think he's a scooter user, so he's probably sensitive to you.
This is a really, really good, fine hotel. And I found that now. I've stayed in several Intercontinentals, and they're all just way up there, top of the line. So if you're ever looking for a good hotel, folks, these are great. All right, that's going to wrap it up. We'll see you from on the Bliss we're going to be on the Bliss all the way to Southampton. We got some stops along the way, so we'll get out and do something. Hot Air Time's got a bunch of excursions booked. You know, I'm going to stick my thumb out and see if I can find an old lady to pick me up or something. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. So, all right, guys, that's it for now. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas, just like Hot Air Tom and I are going to do. I have a whole bunch of other people this week. And 3 weeks from now, I'm here whenever we get on the next one. So you guys have a great day, great Friday, great weekend. And just watch for me, because I'll be popping up anytime now from now on. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for being here. Smash that thumbs up button, everybody. Y'all have a great weekend. See you next time.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.